The US Supreme Court ban on race-based admissions. Recently, the US Supreme Court struck down race consciousness students' admissions at the University of North Carolina and Harvard College, calling these such affirmative action policies unlawful. The case argued whether admission system used by these colleges are lawful under the Equal Protection Clause of 14th Amendment. The Equal Protection Clause under 14th Amendment requires the government to accord equality to all citizens and avoid denial of protection enjoyed by other people or demographies. The Equal Protection Clause is considered as crucial to the protection of citizens' civil rights. China limits export of raw materials. Recently, the Chinese Ministry of Commerce announced that it would implement export control on items related to gallium and germanium in order to safeguard national security interests. Gallium is used to make gallium arsenide, which forms the core substrate for semiconductors. They are used to manufacture semiconductor wafers utilized in integrated circuits, mobiles, also used in automotives and lighting, for sensor in avionics space and defense system. According to the European industry body, Critical Raw Material Alliance, 80% of gallium production takes place in China. China also commands 60% of the total production of germanium. The element used in the fabric optic cables, infrared imaging devices, and optical devices. They are also used in solar cells for their ability to withstand heat and higher energy conversion efficiency. The European Commission, whose import dependency on China stands at 71% of gallium and 45% of germanium, it has recognized as critical raw material. In India, the Ministry of Mines identified the two elements to be crucial for the country's economic development and national security. The provisions of High Seas Treaty. Recently, the UN adopted the Marine Biodiversity of Areas Beyond National Jurisdiction, or the High Seas Treaty. It became the third agreement to be approved under United Nations Convention on the Laws of the Seas. After the 1994 and 1995 treaties, which established the International Seabed Authority and the Fishing Stocks Agreement, the treaty aims to address critical issues such as the increasing sea surface temperatures, overexploitation of marine biodiversity, overfishing, coastal pollution, and unsustainable practices beyond national jurisdiction. It established marine protected areas to protect oceans from human activities through a three-quarterly majority vote, which prevents the decision from getting blocked by one and two parties. The treaty mandates sharing of scientific information and monetary benefits through installing a clean house mechanism. Through the mechanism, information of marine protected areas, marine genetic resources, and area based management tools will be open to access for all parties. This is to bring transparency and boost cooperation. The last pillar of the treaty is capacity building and marine technology. The scientific and technical body will also play a significant role in environmental impact assessment. The body will be creating standards and guidelines for assessment procedures and helping countries with less capacity in carrying out assessments. This will facilitate the conference of parties to trace future impacts, identifying the data gaps, and bring out research priorities. Japan India Maritime Exercise GMEX 23. The 17th edition of the bilateral Japan India Maritime Exercise 2023 GMEX 23 being hosted by Indian Navy. This edition marks the 11th anniversary of GMEX since its inception in 2012. It is being conducted between Japan Maritime Self-Defense Force and the Indian Navy for Maritime Security Corporation. Other exercises between India and Japan: Dharman Guardian military exercise, Veer Guardian air exercise, Malabar exercise, multilateral exercise between India, Japan, USA and Australia. Iran's induction in the Shanghai Cooperation Organization. Iran joins the Shanghai Cooperation Organization as its ninth member. Leaders of the SCO at a virtual summit chaired by Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi stressed that the formation of a more representative and multipolar world order is in the global interest. The SCO was built on the Shanghai Five grouping of Russia, China, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, and Tajikistan, which had come together in the post Soviet era in 1996 in order to work on regional security, reduction of border troops, and terrorism. In 2001, the Shanghai Five inducted Uzbekistan into the groups and named it the SCO. The organization has two permanent bodies: the SCO Secretariat based in Beijing and the Executive Committee of the Regional Anti-Terrorism Structure in Tashkent.